Welcome to another episode of Food and Friends. I hope all is well with you. You know, we always have to give thanks for life. It's good to see you again. Today I'll be preparing jerk chicken. So here I have 3/4 of chicken leg and thigh. I've already washed them with vinegar and lime, and they're all clean and nice and ready to go. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic powder on. I know we're gonna be putting the jerk sauce on, but I still want to give it another little bit of seasoning before I put the jerk sauce on. Some salt, not much, because the jerk sauce is already spicy and salty. Now, today I'm going to be using the jerk sauce, the Grace jerk sauce, and the Grace jerk marinate. Normally I use my own dressing, but today I'm going to cheat. So we'll just put some of this in and some of this in. A little bit of smoked paprika. Guys, you have to be prepared to get your hand dirty and get your back into it. So let's give it a nice little rub around, like so. Make sure you get all the seasoning in and under and all over the chicken. Usually we marinate this from the night before or a few hours before, but I'm just doing this to show you. I already have some that I have in the fridge that I put away from last night that is sitting there, so that's the ones I'm gonna use, but this is just to show you like how to get everything going. Yeah, so even though I'm using the jerk sauce and jerk marinade, I still like to, you know, add a little bit of some things in it to bring out some more flavor in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some fresh thyme and some pimento seed. Give it another little mix around. This I will put in a bag or a container, and I will let it sit and marinate for a while, and I will use this sometime in the future, maybe in the next few days. Okay, so the marinated chicken is out of the fridge and into this container that I'm gonna stick in the oven, and we'll let them cook at 350 degrees for about half an hour. Then we'll check on them, then we'll flip them over, put them back in, let them cook again for another half an hour, and we'll check on them again. So what I'm gonna do now is I will wrap these in a foil, just cover them up like that. And I will stick them in the oven. Follow me, guys. Yes, it's been half an hour. So let's just do a quick check to see what's going on with this chicken. I can smell it. Smells nice. Okay. I think I should flip them over on the other side. I have a little bit of beer in here that I'm gonna spray on the chicken. and I'll stick them back in the oven. This time I won't cover them. I'll let them cook for another half an hour, and then we'll check on them again. Okay, so now the chicken is out. They've been in the oven for a good 45 minutes and they're getting some color, and they still have to cook a little bit more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna brush them, and when you see like this liquid running out of the chicken like that, it means that, you know, like you could cook it a little bit more. It's fine on this side. This side is fine too, but we still need to put them back in the oven for a little longer. So I've created a little mixture here of sauce to brush the chicken with, and I'm using the same Grace jerk marinate that I used to marinate them for a while. And then I have this wonderful Diana sauce. It's like a smoked sauce. So I mixed it with the jerk marinade, and I'm gonna use it to brush the chicken. Then I'll stick them back in the oven, and I will put the broiler on, and I will put them in for another 10 minutes, and then take them out, flip them over, brush them again, and put them in for another 10 minutes. And by then we should have like perfectly jerked chicken, and so we'll see when we get to that part. So for now, I'm just gonna brush them. Make sure you get every part of the chicken. There you go. As you can see, if you look at the color on the chicken, it's getting there. So now I will stop that, and I'll put the broiler on, and I'll put it on high, and I'll stick it back in the oven. I won't cover it. So I think it's about that time when I need to take the chicken out of the oven, because I could smell it just bursting up my nose and bursting up my head and smelling up the room, and it's just calling out for me to say, hey, come take me out. So it's that time. Now, let's see what these look like. Oh my, they're beautiful. Look at that. I'll just rest them here. And I think I'm gonna let them sit for a couple minutes before I cut into them and do anything with them. Just let them sit and cook a little bit more while they're sitting here, because I can still see a little bit of juice popping out of them. But they're done. That I'm sure about. I like the color. I like the way they're smelling, and all of that cinnamon, not cinnamon, pimento. I can smell like all of that aroma coming out of the bowl. It's smelling nice, looking nice. I'm gonna let it sit for a minute, like I said, before I cut it, because I want to taste it and I don't want to burn my mouth. So just hold up 1 second. Okay, so here we go. The chicken is ready. It looks as done as can be. So I'll just put the smallest piece here on the plate, and I will go ahead and try. As you can see, look at the color. It's beautiful. Let me dig in. Look at that. It's nice and juicy. You can see it's not overdone. Look at how juicy it looks. Look at that, it's not dried out. is cooked perfectly and the flavor is spot on. Very delicious. I could eat this chicken all evening, all day. Just look at that. Look at how moist the chicken is. Very good. I could throw a little bit of that on just to add a little bit of something to the plate, but it doesn't need much. The chicken, the flavor, the color, everything is right about the chicken. And when food is good, you don't need all the fanciness, because most times you don't eat the fanciness, you eat the food itself. And this chicken here, I'm telling you, is very, very, very delicious. So it was marinated overnight. We place it in the oven for 40 minutes. Well, half an hour on one side, half an hour on the other side. Brushed it with a little bit of that jerk marinade and some of that smoky sauce. Stick it back in, put it in a broiler, and let it color up and darken up for a little bit. And now, after a good hour, you know, the chicken is ready. It's moist, it's flavorful, it's not overly spicy. The flavor is just right. And I'm telling you, you can do this at home. You can try it and follow the same steps, and you'll get it right, and you'll have the most delicious jerk chicken that you could ever serve to your friends or your family. Now, I want to say, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as I tell you all the time, you don't need to eat fast food. Just make good food fast. The end. Talk to you later. See you in the next video. One love. Walk good. Peace.